I'm going to show you my top 5 go-to exercises for plantar foot pain. Yeah, hi, foot pain? Yeah, you know what? It's just not working out. I think we should see other people. Now first, we're going to start by changing the input to the foot. Now, it does feel good to work the bottom of the foot with a lacrosse ball, but typically the restriction is not at the foot. So you can use the lacrosse ball on the foot, but I'm going to show you a different place, maybe a little bit more effective place to put the lacrosse ball. And that being the calf muscle. A lot of us have lifted shoes. Yeah, the feet do get restricted, but go poking around with your lacrosse ball, find a nice little rope in there and do some fascial flossing or pin and move, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to work all the way down towards the ankle, all the way behind the knee. Yeah, that's a good spot there. Into the hamstring and into the glute. And you might be wondering, why am I sticking a lacrosse ball in my calf, my hamstring, and my glute? And it's because they're all connected. Some of us have feet like this guy. So what we need to do is we need to strengthen out that inside calf muscle, that tibialis posterior, with some band work. So we need to isolate that. Now, my goal is I'm going to plantar flex and dorsiflex the ankle, so I'm just gonna point the toes, bring them back up. But the band is trying to pull my foot into more of a collapse or kind of an eversion perspective. So my goal is to prevent the band from throwing me offline and keep pumping that ankle up and down. The other thing I'm doing is making sure my hip stays locked in. So for those of you who have groin pain, it could be from the foot. Now, once we change the input to the brain by releasing some tissue and woke up some maybe potentially sleepy muscles, we're going to do a joint mobilization to help glide and change that position. And then I like to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Or is it 2 birds? I don't know, but we're gonna kill some birds. And we're gonna do some calf raises with an ankle mobilization. So it's not enough to just mobilize a joint. It's not enough to just stretch a muscle. We need to stretch and strengthen as we mobilize. So creating strength in the new range of motion is very, very important. And if it's not enough resistance, I'm going to add some resistance. So I can either lean into it or I can grab a weight. Do some calf raises till it burns, so your brain can feel it and it can find it and it can fire it. Now that your brain has found its new foot and ankle, we're going to integrate it with the backside muscles, that being the glutes. So we're going to set some core, we're going to do some glute bridges. Now we're going to do some calf raises. And again, we might go into a little spasm. That's okay. Stop and stretch. If this is too easy, feel free to go single leg. If hamstring goes into spasm like mine is right now, woo, stretch it out, do it again. And lastly, now that everything is woke up from the foot to the hip and to the core, we're going to integrate them together. So we're going to do a fire hydrant. We're going to hip hinge a little bit. I'm going to grip the ground with my foot. I'm going to pick up that back foot and I'm going to pivot and rotate. So the band is trying to collapse my leg. I really have to grip the ground with my feet to make sure I have a nice stable base. There's a slight stretch going in through the calf and the ankle, but I'm really waking up and integrating the foot with the hip because they do talk to one another. And I'm sure you're wondering, why am I doing this? Because it's all connected. I hope you all found this video informative and helpful. If you have any questions, drop me a message. If you need a further assessment and it doesn't work out, head over to our website, conceptofmovement.com, and we will be happy to help you out with whatever foot pain or any pain in general that you're having.